The mystery of the rapture, the chosen will vanish. Listen closely, for what I am about to say is not a story. It is a warning, a revelation that demands your attention. There are moments in life when the world continues as if nothing is happening, and yet, behind the veil of everyday life, extraordinary events are unfolding. This is one of those moments. The time is near and the signs are unmistakable. The chosen will vanish. Not because they sought glory, not because they were perfect, but because they were ready. Ready to leave behind the chains of fear, doubt, and worldly attachment. They are the ones who listened to the quiet whispers in the night, the ones who obeyed the call that others ignored. And when the moment comes, they will be gone, taken to a place of reward, a place beyond human comprehension. Do not be mistaken. This is not merely about leaving this world. It is about being prepared, about living in a way that aligns with truth, righteousness, and purpose. A vanishing of the chosen is a mirror held up to all who remain. It asks each of us, are you ready? Have you purified your heart? Have you sought meaning beyond the fleeting pleasures of the world? The signs are everywhere, the winds of change, the tremors of unseen forces, the sense of urgency in the air. Many will not see, many will ignore, and yet the chosen will rise above. They are not marked by wealth, status, or power. They are marked by faith, by discernment, and by the courage to act when most stand still. Do not wait until it is too late. The time is not a distant future, it is now. Every moment you delay, every choice you make in complacency is a step away from readiness. Watch for the signs, listen to the call, and let your heart be lightened of fear. The mystery of the rapture is not meant to frighten, it is meant to awaken. When the chosen vanish, it will not be the end. It will be the beginning for them, and a warning for those left behind. Open your eyes, purify your intentions, strengthen your spirit, walk with purpose, for the moment of awakening draws near. And when it comes, only those who are ready will rise, and the world will be forever changed. Life goes on as if nothing unusual is happening, as if every day is exactly the same as the one before. People wake up, go to work, take care of their routines, and fall asleep again, completely unaware that extraordinary events are unfolding in the unseen realms. The world is moving forward, but behind the veil of what we perceive, a divine orchestration is at work, a plan that has been set in motion long before we were born. The urgency of this moment cannot be overstated. It is a call, a warning, and a wake-up signal all at once. Those who remain oblivious will be caught unprepared, swept away by the very currents they failed to notice. Time is not a luxury. Every second matters, every decision counts, and every heart must be attentive. The signs are subtle, yet they are all around us, waiting for the eyes that can see and the ears that can hear. There are tremors in the world, shifts in society, whispers in the night, and stirrings in the spirit. Those who are attuned to the truth can feel it, a gentle but persistent nudge that something is coming, something greater than themselves, something that will separate the prepared from the unprepared. It is a moment that will test the soul, a time when the world will continue as usual for many, yet everything will change in an instant for those who are chosen. This urgency is not meant to instill fear, it is meant to awaken. It is meant to shake the soul awake from the comfort of complacency and mediocrity. It is meant to demand attention, to demand preparation, and to demand action. There is no time for hesitation, no time for doubt, and no time for excuses. The moment is now. Those who recognize this urgency understand that life is not simply a series of random events, but a carefully orchestrated journey, and that every choice, every thought, and every action can align them with destiny or leave them behind. The urgency also calls for reflection. Are we living with purpose? Are we aware of what is truly important? Are we prepared to rise above fear, attachment, and distraction? The world is full of noise, and it is easy to become lost in it. But those who listen closely, those who pay attention to the subtle signals, will find themselves ready. They will not be swept away by the currents of distraction or indifference. They will understand the gravity of the moment and act with intention, faith, and courage. This is a time to awaken, to prepare, and to recognize that life is fragile, fleeting, and sacred. The urgency of this moment is real, and it is relentless. It calls for readiness, vigilance, and a heart that is attuned to the unseen. For those who listen, who act, and who prepare, this urgency becomes a guide, a light leading them toward a destiny beyond the ordinary, a destiny that is extraordinary, divine, and eternal. The chosen will vanish. These words are not metaphorical. They are literal in meaning, carrying a weight that few can truly comprehend. This is not about luck or about being in the right place at the right time. It is not about wealth, fame, or influence. The chosen are marked not by what the world sees, but by what lies within, the purity of their hearts, the depth of their faith, and the readiness of their spirit. They are the ones who have listened to the quiet call in the night, the whispers that others dismiss as imagination or coincidence. They are the ones who have made choices that align them with truth, even when those choices were difficult, lonely, or misunderstood. When the moment comes, the chosen will vanish, not as a punishment, but as a reward. They will rise above the limitations of the world, lifted beyond fear, doubt, and distraction. They are the ones who understood that life is not meant merely to be endured, but to be lived with purpose, with clarity, and with unwavering faith. The vanishing is not a disappearance into nothingness. It is an ascension into something greater, something beyond comprehension, something eternal. It is the fulfillment of readiness, a manifestation of the alignment between human spirit and divine plan. The concept of being chosen carries with it responsibility. It is not passive. Those who are ready do not wait idly. They act, they reflect, and they prepare. They seek truth relentlessly, they refine their hearts, and they shed the distractions that bind ordinary lives. This is why many will be left behind. They did not prepare, they did not listen, and they did not understand the urgency of the signs. The world may continue as if nothing has happened, but for those who are chosen, everything changes in a single instant. It is easy to overlook the invisible markers of readiness. Yet they are always present in the choices one makes, in the integrity one upholds, and in the courage one demonstrates when faced with challenges. The chosen are often unnoticed by the world because their reward is not recognition but alignment with purpose. Their vanishing is a signal, a call for those who remain to awaken, to reflect, and to take the path of preparation seriously. Understanding this is transformative. It redefines priorities, sharpens focus, and ignites action. When one truly grasps that the chosen will vanish, it is impossible to remain indifferent. Every decision becomes meaningful, every moment valuable, and every action an opportunity to prepare. The chosen do not simply vanish by accident. They vanish because they were ready, because they embraced purpose, and because they trusted what others could not yet see. This is a time to examine the heart, to embrace clarity, and to seek alignment with the unseen forces at work. The chosen will vanish, and in that vanishing lies both a warning and a promise. A warning for those who remain unprepared, and a promise of reward, ascension, and fulfillment for those who have chosen wisely. Those who listen, who prepare, and who act with faith will understand the true meaning of this moment when it comes. Preparation and purity are not concepts to be taken lightly. They are the very essence of readiness. The chosen are not born into this state. They cultivate it. Every thought, every action, every moment of reflection contributes to the refinement of the soul. Life is full of distractions, temptations, and illusions that cloud judgment and bind the spirit. Those who are unprepared allow these forces to dominate their hearts, while those who are ready actively seek clarity, wisdom, and alignment with the truth. The path to readiness is not easy, and it demands courage, discipline, and unwavering commitment. Purity of heart is not about perfection. It is not about avoiding mistakes or living without challenges. It is about intention, about aligning one's thoughts and actions with purpose, with integrity, and with the unseen forces guiding the world. It is about recognizing what is fleeting and superficial and what is eternal and meaningful. The chosen understand this distinction. They understand that every choice matters, that every act of kindness, faith, or courage builds the foundation for their readiness. They do not wait for signs to appear in grand gestures. They prepare in silence, in private, in the moments that others overlook. Preparation requires vigilance. It demands that one observe the world not just with eyes, but with the heart and soul. The signs are everywhere: shifts in the world, tremors in society, subtle warnings in moments of stillness. The unprepared dismiss these signals, but the ready listen carefully. They interpret, discern, and act. Preparation is an active process, not a passive hope. It is waking in the night to seek guidance. It is choosing truth over comfort. It is purifying the spirit through reflection, prayer, and discipline. Every action, every decision, every thought becomes a step toward readiness, a step toward alignment with the divine purpose that guides the chosen. Purity and preparation are inseparable. To be prepared is to be pure, and to be pure is to be ready. The world offers countless distractions designed to lead the soul astray: greed, fear, complacency, pride, attachment. The chosen resist these with determination, not because it is easy, but because they understand the stakes. Readiness is not about survival alone. It is about being aligned with something far greater than oneself, something eternal and transcendent. It is about stepping into a destiny that others cannot yet see, a destiny that requires vigilance, courage, and integrity. The moment of the rapture is not for the indifferent or the careless. It is for those who have prepared, who have purified their hearts, and who have embraced the urgency of the unseen. The chosen do not stumble into this moment. They enter it fully aware, fully ready, fully aligned with purpose. This is why preparation and purity matter. They are the keys that unlock the doorway to ascension, to reward, and to fulfillment beyond comprehension. For those who take this seriously, life becomes a journey of constant growth, reflection, and readiness, where every day is a step closer to the ultimate awakening. The signs are all around, though few take notice. They are subtle, hidden in the rhythms of life, in the changes of the world, in the quiet moments that many dismiss as coincidence or chance. The winds shift, the earth trembles, and society moves in ways that feel both familiar and strange. These are not random events, they are markers, signals, and warnings meant to awaken those who are ready to see. The chosen perceive them, recognize their significance, and act accordingly. The unprepared pass through life blind to the meaning behind these occurrences, missing the guidance that could shape their destiny. Every detail matters, no matter how small. A fleeting feeling of urgency, a dream that lingers after waking, a sense that something greater is at work. These are the whispers of the unseen. The signs demand attention, but they require discernment. Not everyone who sees a sign understands it, and not everyone who notices the tremors of change knows how to respond. The chosen, however, possess a heightened awareness, a spiritual sensitivity that allows them to interpret, reflect, and align their actions with what is coming. This awareness is cultivated over time, nurtured by vigilance, reflection, and faith. The presence of signs is both a warning and an opportunity. It is a warning for those who remain indifferent, a message that time is slipping by and that readiness is not guaranteed. The opportunity lies in recognition, in acting with intention, and in embracing the urgency of preparation. The chosen do not wait for clear and undeniable miracles to guide them. They see the subtle, read between the lines, and understand that the unseen is always at work. In every change, every shift, every tremor, there is guidance for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. The unprepared will often dismiss these signals. They continue their routines, believing that the world is stable and that time is infinite. They ignore the inner voice urging them to reflect, to prepare, to awaken. This is why so many will be left behind when the moment arrives. Awareness is not passive. It requires attentiveness, a heart attuned to what matters, and a mind willing to see beyond the obvious. The chosen recognize that the world is layered with meaning, that every event, every interaction, every challenge can be a signal if one is ready to understand it. Awareness of the signs transforms life. It sharpens focus, intensifies purpose, and demands action. The chosen move with clarity and intention because they understand the stakes. They do not procrastinate or hesitate. They prepare their hearts, refine their spirits, and act in alignment with the truth they perceive. Each sign they recognize is a step closer to readiness, a step closer to being among those who will rise above, those who will vanish in fulfillment, those who will be aligned with a destiny that others cannot yet see. The signs are everywhere, waiting for recognition. Those who are alert will see, understand, and respond. Those who are not will remain in ignorance. The moment of awakening favors the vigilant, the attentive, and the prepared. Every tremor, every whisper, every subtle movement in the world carries a message for those willing to listen, a message that can shape destiny, a message that separates the chosen from the unprepared. Courage and action define the chosen. It is not enough to simply understand the signs, to recognize the urgency, or to possess purity of heart. Awareness alone cannot carry one through the moments of awakening. The chosen act. They move with boldness, decisiveness, and faith even when the path is uncertain, even when the world doubts, ridicules, or ignores them. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the mastery of fear. It is the ability to stand firm when everything within and around us urges hesitation. The chosen have learned this mastery, and it is this courage that sets them apart from the masses. Action is the manifestation of readiness. It is one thing to prepare internally, to purify the heart and refine the spirit. But it is another thing entirely to translate that preparation into meaningful steps in the world. The chosen take action in ways both visible and invisible. They act when others hesitate. They speak when others remain silent. They obey the call that others ignore. Every act, no matter how small, is a declaration of alignment with purpose and readiness for the moment when the vanishing occurs. It is a living proof of faith, a demonstration of trust in the unseen, and a step toward fulfillment beyond ordinary understanding. The world often measures power by status, wealth, or influence. The chosen measure power differently. Their strength lies not in recognition, but in alignment with truth and purpose. Their courage allows them to walk paths that others avoid, to make decisions that others fear, and to stand by convictions that others compromise. They are defined by integrity, by faith, and by a willingness to act regardless of obstacles, judgment, or fear of failure. This courage is not reckless. It is calculated by understanding what truly matters, what is eternal, and what aligns with destiny. Action requires awareness and discernment. The chosen do not act blindly or impulsively. They observe the signs, listen to the whispers of the unseen, and act with intentionality. Every choice becomes significant, every step carries weight, and every moment of action draws them closer to the fulfillment of purpose. The courage to act, paired with the wisdom to act rightly, is the hallmark of those who are prepared. It is the bridge between readiness and ascension, in between observation and fulfillment. Courage and action are contagious. The chosen, by standing firm and acting decisively, inspire others to awaken. They become beacons of hope, examples of faith, and catalysts for change. Their deeds ripple through the lives of those around them, creating impact beyond the moment. Yet even without recognition, their courage is rewarded. For it is their alignment with purpose and readiness that truly matters. Those who hesitate, who doubt, or who ignore the call will be left behind. The chosen rise because they act. They rise because they trust, because they obey, because they have mastered fear and embraced responsibility. The rapture is not merely a moment of observation, it is a moment of ascension, and courage and action are the keys that unlock it. The chosen move forward boldly, ready for what is to come, leaving the unprepared to witness the unfolding of a destiny they could not seize. The vanishing of the chosen carries a message for those who remain. It is a warning, a revelation, and an awakening all at once. For those left behind, it is a mirror that reflects the choices, priorities, and awareness of their own hearts. It is not meant to terrify, but to illuminate, not to punish, but to guide. The world continues as if nothing has happened, yet everything has changed. Those who are unprepared feel the weight of absence, the emptiness of missed opportunity, and the sting of disbelief. This moment, when the chosen rise, is both an end and a beginning, a revelation that separates the ready from the unready, the vigilant from the complacent. Reflection becomes urgent. The vanishing demands introspection. What have we overlooked? What have we ignored? Where have we been too distracted by the fleeting comforts of life to recognize the signs, to purify the heart, and to prepare the spirit? The chosen leave behind a message in their absence, a testimony that readiness matters more than circumstance, that purpose outweighs convenience, and that faith coupled with action can transcend the ordinary. Those who see and understand this can transform despair into awakening, regret into determination, loss into opportunity for growth. There is a profound lesson in observation. Watching the chosen vanish teaches the unprepared the importance of vigilance. It emphasizes that time is not infinite, that opportunities for alignment with purpose are fleeting, and that spiritual awakening requires active participation, not passive hope. Every moment counts. Every decision becomes a measure of readiness. Every thought and action either draws one closer to purpose or distances one from it. The vanishing is not random. It is precise, deliberate, and a testament to the consequences of preparation and inattention. Hope, however, is not lost for those left behind. The warning embedded in the vanishing of the chosen is also a promise that awakening is still possible, that change is still achievable, and that every heart that seeks alignment can still rise. The moment is urgent, but it is not closed. Reflection, purification, and intentional action can ignite transformation, guiding the unprepared toward readiness Even if the opportunity comes after a significant lesson has been learned, the key lies in recognizing the signs, heeding the call, and embracing the courage to change. The world may not celebrate this process, and few will understand it. Yet the vanishing of the chosen will resonate across hearts, planting seeds of awareness, igniting desire for purpose, and awakening the dormant courage within. The lesson is clear: readiness is everything. Preparation is non-negotiable. Awareness is essential. Those who act now, who purify their hearts, and who align themselves with truth can rise, learn from absence, and embrace the path that leads to fulfillment. In the end, the vanishing of the chosen is both a revelation and a challenge. It is a call to awaken, to prepare, and to live with intention. It reminds us that life is fragile, time is fleeting, and the opportunity for alignment with destiny is sacred. For those who heed the call, the moment of awakening becomes a doorway, a threshold into a life of purpose, clarity, and eternal significance. The lesson is simple yet profound. Watch, learn, act, and rise, for readiness determines who ascends and who remains behind.